What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of The Starting Point. I'm Sham, and I'm here with
Frankie.
and this is Mr. Daniel, also known as
RideXRoll.
Alright, today me and my co-hosts are going to interview Mr. Daniel to know more about him and his music. Alright, quick hit. First question, please.
Who is RideXRoll?
RideXRoll is actually, if you look at it from another person's view, RideXRoll is actually a guy who ride on a certain vehicle or a certain transport. So he has no choice but he has to ride. And roll means that he has to go for a certain distance in life. X, or the refer is always the treasure is X mark the spot. So you got to ride, you got to roll, and you got to hit the X. So he's rolling for his success. So that's how RideXRoll came about.
Right, so RideXRoll, when do you start doing this? And wait, what do you actually do as well?
I started off as a producer, like a hip hop music producer, but as time goes by, I actually venture out a bit. So I do jingles, I do dance music, and occasionally I rap.
So, when do you start doing this?
I started maybe about 4 years back.
What or who inspires you?
Dr. Dre, he's not just a successful producer, but one of the prominent businessmen in the music industry. Being good in music is one thing, but being good in selling your music, that's another thing. For local, I got a few producers that I really look out to. Shout out to Fox, shout out to Rob the Architect, Wayne Housley, Ritz 9.
So, you go around in your wheelchair, right?
Yep.
Okay, so, why is that? So, why do you have to do that?
Because at an early stage I got diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. So in a simpler term it's a disease where they eventually weakens your muscle. So in time it weakens your muscle. So before that I was walking, and then I got into crutches for 3 years, and then now currently for about 5 years I'm already on a wheelchair. So yeah, that's about it.
How do you see yourself with this disability?
Well, disability, when someone really say disability means you come with a lot of setback, as a whole. But it kind of train you a lot in thinking, you think a lot. You think how to solve your problems a lot. So subconsciously, it sharpen your mind, it toughen up your mentality about life. Like if I cannot take this route because it has a stair, so I must think back, how do I get over the other side without going this path? So the advantage is, I'm always thinking, I'm always problem solving, and I guess that is one of the traits to be successful, because if you can't go this lane, you gotta find another way.
Everybody faces setbacks, and some people give up when they're faced with it. How do you think people should approach it?
People should approach it with an open mind, because once you face a problem, you need to be ready to actually adapt to a different route, to a different solution, to a different method. Sometimes it's out of your comfort zone, but if really you are hunger to overcome it, because you see the reason why you should do it, then by all means, because with an open mind you get to learn so many things, not just one path, but you understand that there's another path. So always be open-minded when you're facing a problem, and see what are the route that you can take.
What do you consider to be the style of the music that you produce, and who or what inspired your kind of sound?
I've never actually chose what I want it to sound like, but naturally it sounds mostly very challenging. It's very unsettling to hear. It challenges your emotion when you hear like, why is the sound like that? You know, some people tend to go for the very smooth type of hip hop, you know, but I like it to be unsettling for the listeners, so they will feel very challenged in an emotional way. So I mean, it's for my style. It's raw, it's gritty, it's edgy. I could say that it's edgy. I mean, people who actually inspired me, I could definitely say artists, rappers like Diabolic, like Dilated People, producers who are doing something like that. M-Phases, J Dilla, Rob the Architect, you know, the beats that are not settling, you know, is very challenging. It sets your mind thinking as you listen to it.
So I noticed that you have a couple of beatbox achievements. So
Yeah.
can you beatbox for us?
Okay. Nothing fancy, but
It's tough to have a music career in Singapore. What are your views on it?
Generally that is kind of true because the local here, you know, is a bit skeptical about music industry. I mean, financially in terms of that. But the reason why I'm still here producing and trying to make the best out of it is because I want my younger generation of musicians, on the younger generation of dreamers, to actually pursue their music without hesitant. Because it's about time someone actually break through this barrier, this mind barrier that says Singapore musician can't make it, you know, Singapore producers can't make a living out of it. So, you know, someone has to do it, and I think given time, I will prove to a certain extent. So, you know, if I could prove to myself and to others that, you know, this is actually livable, you know, to make it as a living. So my next generation, the younger one, wouldn't hesitate to chase their dreams because they know that the older cats, you know, have been doing it, and they would follow their dreams without hesitant. That's what I want.
So definitely you have felt like you wanted to give this up because you faced many challenges here and there. So what actually made you want to keep going?
Definitely the love for what I'm doing. It doesn't fade, and if you love something, you will keep on eating it, right?
Yeah.
You will keep on eating it until you're full, and then you stop.
Yeah.
But then the next day, you will still look for the same food. First, because you like it, and second, because of hungry. You know, after you eat, you're full, you take a break because it's too much. Then the next day, you get back into the same thing. Because why? Because it's hunger. You need to have that hunger for what you want to chase for. Because if you're not hungry, you don't kill. If you don't kill, you're not gonna have your food. You know? I mean,
I felt very impacted just by those few words. It sounded like poetry. I'm not even being sarcastic here, but seriously, those kind of words, you don't hear it from many people. When you want to ask people, I face challenges, what should I do? I feel like giving up. People just tell you, no man, just keep pushing, keep motivating yourself. But this kind of answer is not the kind of answer you get from your friends or normal people. So I think it's a real deal right here. Yeah. It was an honor interviewing you. Thank you for sharing with us your workspace and how you do work, letting us have a look at your workspace. I'm honestly very inspired by you, and I'm sure many others are as well. And also, if people haven't heard of you, especially after watching this video, I think they'll be really very inspired by you and your story, and they will want to pursue their craft or their talent.
Likewise, wanted to be part of the DecaffedMotions, you know. It's all about making music actually, so whatever reaction from people is on their tone, you know. So shout out to DecaffedMotion, shout out to Decaf. They've been doing a good job, been keeping track of them. Do stay tuned for them. They're gonna make a big mark in the scene. Peace out.
Thank you so much, bro.